Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn the art of letter writing. But before we do that, let me ask you, why do we write letters? Letters are written to convey our personal thoughts or concerns to others. That means if we have something to share with others, we can write letters. They are a personal or formal piece of writing. That is, we can write letters to share our personal thoughts also, and in case there are major issues or concerns we need to share with our seniors or might be the management or any other official, that too can be done through letter writing. There are two types of letters. Formal letters. Formal letters are written to seniors or other official departments. Whereas for students, if you're writing a letter to the principal or the management, it is a formal letter. Informal letters. We write informal letters to our family members, friends, and anyone else with whom we would like to share our feelings. We write formal letters or applications to officials, the principal, the class teacher, editors of newspapers, or any other official department. In formal letters, we use formal language and a very polite tone. For making it easier for all of us to write a formal letter, I have divided it into 8 parts. Let us see what they are. Sender's address. Number 2, the date. Receiver's address. Subject. The salutation. The body. The subscription. And the signature. Now, let us learn how to write formal letters. Remember, whenever we are writing a letter, everything has to begin from the left-hand side. The first thing that we will write whenever we write a formal letter is the address. But whose address? You have to write your own address if you are writing a letter. If I'm writing a letter, I will write my own address. And where do we write it? On the top left-hand corner of the page. Second thing, just below the address, we will write the date. The date when we are writing the letter. Always remember, date has to be written in full. That means the complete date. If it is 12th October, then we are going to mention 12th October, comma, 2020. Always remember, the month and the year will be separated by a comma. Name of the month should never be written in short. You need to write the complete month. Third thing, next is receiver's address. Immediately after the date, we will write the address of the person to whom we are writing the letter. If you're writing a letter to your principal, you're going to write your principal's official address. In that address, the designation of the person to whom we are writing a letter is always mentioned. Example, the principal, Little World School, Delhi. So she is the principal. That is her designation. We need to mention that. And then the address of the place where she works. Next comes the subject. Subject is only written in formal letters. It shows the main purpose behind writing the letter. Subject is always very short and it just tells the major reason why you're writing the letter. Salutation. Salutation comes after the subject. It is a mark of respect that you would like to give to the person to whom you are writing the letter. Salutation is written on the left-hand side of the page, aligned below the date. It varies from person to person. Example, Dear Madam, Dear Sir, or if you wish to write Respected Madam, Respected Principal, it is your wish. Next is the body. By body, I do not mean our human body. No, body here means the body of the letter. It is written in paragraphs. It depends whether you want to write 2 paragraphs or 3. It is up to you. The first paragraph is the introduction, which states the reason for writing the letter. And the second paragraph is the conclusion. You're just trying to sum up. After the body of the letter is complete, the next is the subscription. Subscription is written after the body of the letter and just before the letter ends. But what is the subscription? It is written according to the relation with the person addressed or the purpose behind writing the letter. That is, yours sincerely, yours lovingly, yours respectfully. It all depends on the relation with the person to whom we are writing a letter. If that person is your principal, definitely you need to write yours respectfully. Or if that person is your boss or might be a manager or the editor, then definitely we can write yours sincerely or yours respectfully. Anyways would do. And if you're writing a letter to a near and dear one, then we can write yours lovingly. The last is the signature. The signature is the name of the person who is writing the letter. If you are writing a letter yourself, then you will be mentioning your own name here just below the subscription. It confirms that the letter is written personally by the individual or on behalf of an office in authorized capacity. Now here I have the format of a formal letter for you. Let us see how a formal letter is to be written exactly. First is the sender's address. Just below that comes the date. Then the receiver's address. Remember, the address should always start with the designation of the receiver. After that comes the subject, the reason for you to write this letter, why you're writing the letter. Salutation. Dear Sir, Respected Madam, however you like, you can write it. Next is the body. This is the main part of the letter. Here you will mention as to why you have written the letter and give a reason too. That you, for example, if you need leave, you need to mention the reason. If you need to make a request for something else, you need to write the reason for it. Body of the letter should be divided into paragraphs. Next comes the subscription. That is, yours sincerely, yours respectfully, whatever way you wish to. Last is the signature. That is, you need to write your name. The writer of the letter's name has to be written here. Now I have a few sample letters for you to give you a fair idea as to how you are going to write a formal letter. The first one here is a letter that you need to write to the editor of a newspaper on the issue of a particular road that needs repair. Here I have written the letter for you. Just go through the letter so that you have a fair idea as to how you will write a formal letter in case you've been asked to. Since this is a letter to be written to the editor of a newspaper, so I have written the designation as the editor, and then the name of the newspaper. Subject, it has been very clearly mentioned in the question itself that the subject, why, the reason why you're writing this letter is the need to repair a link road. Then you need to write the body of the letter highlighting what you need to talk about, what you need to be highlighted, what you want actually to be done. And then your salutation and signature in the end. Here is another letter that is to be written to your principal requesting him to grant you full scholarship. I hope you all know what is scholarship. You're requesting a waiver in your fee. That means you're demanding, you're requesting that your fee should be reduced or it should be totally waived off. Let us see how to write an application for the same. So here is the letter. First, we need to write our own address since we are the ones who are writing the letter, followed by the date, and then the receiver's address, that is the principal, James School, New Delhi. And then we are going to mention the subject as to why we are writing this letter. And always remember, body of the letter should be short, but it should be very clear. You have to write as to why you have written the letter with some supporting statements and try to divide it into paragraphs, followed by salutation and your signature. Now it is time for all of us to revise as to how to write a letter. And remember, formal letter. We always start with our own address, followed by date, and then the receiver's address with that person's designation. Then we are going to write the subject, that is the reason why we are writing this letter. The salutation, respected, dear, sir, madam, however you have to write. Then the body of the letter, which should be divided into paragraphs. And then the subscription, yours respectfully, yours faithfully, and so on. And the last is your own name, that is your signature. That's all we need to do, and our formal letter writing is all done. Do remember to subscribe, share, and like my channel. Wish you all happy learning. Bye-bye.